Howdy folks, we are way up in the Rockies with the TFL crew.
This is Andre.
And Kent with MrTruck.com.
And I'm Nathan Adlin. Tell us what we have.
We have a 2016 Ram 3500 dually, and it's the limited model.
And it is the 2016 Gold Hitch Gauntlet run. This is the heavy duty. We got the gooseneck trailer loaded pretty much near the maximums. Let's go.
Big time.
It's going to be coming up next.
Hey Kent, let's weigh this thing, shall we?
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Allow me to introduce you to the Cummins 6.7 liter diesel. Oh yeah, it's badass, and here's why. Well, 385 horsepower, but 900 foot-pounds of torque. I've never, ever been in a vehicle that puts out that much torque. That's just insane. And it's hooked up to a 410 rear end. Now this is a 6-speed Aisin transmission, and it's feeding all four wheels because this baby does have four-wheel drive.
Now Kent, what are we towing here?
We are towing a 30-foot gooseneck trailer from Load Trail, and we are weighted to 21,400 pounds.
Now this Ram dually is rated at 30,310 pounds maximum towing. So why do we have 21.4 here?
Well, this is what we did the Gold Hitch Award last year with, doing the Gauntlet. And it's also what the smallest truck in the class, or the lowest capacity truck in the class, will tow. So we've got to be able to meet all the trucks in the category with the same trailer.
Sounds good. So we had a lot of fun loading this trailer, right? Can you go over how we're balanced here?
Oh yes, we've got a power wagon on there, and we've got it tied down, but we've got water totes in the back of that, we've got center blocks in the back of that, and under the gray tarp, that's 2 water totes. So we've calculated where we need to be at 20% tongue weight, which is where we are. So we're doing everything right. And we've got load leveling axles. They're actually weight distributing axles. There's a spread to them. So we calculated where we need to be. We moved the power wagon back. And that was the whole idea of having a mobile load. Whenever we weigh it, then if we need to adjust it, we can just move the truck where we need to be. Worked out great. We also got water in the back of the truck. So we had to do all this to get zeroed into the weight we needed.
We started the run at 50 at the top of the mountain, and then we're letting it go to 60, which is the speed limit on the majority of the stretch. And then if it goes over that, you bring it down to 50. Is that right?
Right. Did you just tap it right there? Or
no, I'm
You're accelerating?
Yeah, because at 50 miles an hour, I was going clear down to 40.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't have to tap it anymore. I think we're doing good there.
I think we have our total then.
I think the 7 is it, right?
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Because we're at the exit and we're done.
Yeah, once we're in the exit lane, this is it. So 7, that's not bad.
The truck has air suspension, actually.
Yes,
right?
it's very level. This is a big improvement. This is like the 3rd version of this I've seen. Ram's done a great job. This thing does stay level. I mean, very little squat. I mean, it's what you want. It was incredible. I was very impressed with the air suspension on the truck.
Actually, under half an inch of squat that we measured.
Which means it didn't squat. That's tires. Tires will do a half inch.
Exactly.
And now.
Okay, good. The timer is on. Did you reset? Can you go down and reset your MPG?
Yep.
Nice. Good. So guys, we ran the, actually you guys ran, I wasn't there. You ran the 2015 Ram 3500 last year. And last year, you had, the result you got was 10 minutes and 9 seconds at 3 mpg. It was the same weight basically. But last year you guys had 865 pound-feet of torque. This year we have 900.
Yeah.
So again, how does that work? How does the max torque work here?
Well, they don't give you that in first gear because you just be spinning your tires like a Hellcat. So what they do is it actually gradually goes in first, second, to third. When you hit third with wide open throttle, you could have 900 foot-pounds of torque. So it's kind of like an on-demand power thing, which is good. I mean, it saves on your tire. It makes sense, and that's not hurting the transmission that way. And then when you need it and you're passing, that's when you have it.
Good, good. So now this is, we're in Ram 3500 limited crew cab long box. I mean, this is a fully loaded truck, guys.
Oh yeah,
Up to the T.
Yeah.
Everything, just about everything you can possibly want is in here.
So do you guys have like heated seats up there, or what do you guys have?
Heated seats,
Heated
steering
ankle.
wheel.
Steering wheel. You got black wood trim on your steering wheel. You got all kinds of stuff. So what, do you guys know what the final MSRP is?
Over 60.
Over 60. Yes, over 60.
Over 70.
Okay, over 70, yes. In fact, it's $75,275.
I'm wide open throttle. This is handling so well. I mean, this little trailer for this truck is doing great. I mean, we know our combined weight rating is 30,000, and it's a lot higher than that for the maximum
Well, yeah,
trailer.
our tow rating is just over 30,000 pounds. We're towing 21,400. But actually, our GV, using with the tongue weight we have, 20%, we're getting close to 14,000, which is our limit.
Yeah.
We're about 300 pounds underneath that.
That's fun.
Yeah, we're doing great.
yeah.
It doesn't seem to care.
No, it's doing very well. We are at 52 miles an hour at about 2,200 RPM. You know,
But
peak
still
torque
wide
is,
open.
Right,
Okay.
peak torque is at 1,750 RPM. So we're up there getting into the horsepower band and doing fine.
And see, to activate everything, we're in tow haul. We don't need it, but we have the engine brake on.
Full exhaust brake, yeah.
Full exhaust brake.
Exhaust brake. Now, what is our gain set to, Ken?
We're set at 6.
We're set at 6.
Yeah, we're doing the bumper pulls at 4. We're going to do these at 6. That seems like the right weight. And these bigger trailers have more brakes and all that. But this is like what a lot of the manufacturers do when they're doing their media launches and tests.
As far as ride quality, being a passenger, I'm actually, it's not jarring at all. It's riding
Yeah.
pretty smooth.
Yeah, ride's better than last year's. We had air ride last year, but it had more leaves and it was a little shaky. This here is big improvement.
So Ram basically changed that system.
Yeah, and this is available on the single wheel 3500 also, which is kind of unique.
Here's how the Gauntlet scoring system breaks down. We have 4 elements, each one worth 25 points. First, the downhill. Every time we touch the brakes, you lose a point. Then uphill, time. 8 minutes as our benchmark. Every 5 seconds over that, you lose a point. Then the uphill MPG. 6 MPG is our benchmark. Every 0.2 MPG below that, we lose a point. And finally, every reviewer gets maximum 25 points for the subjective part. We average that together and come up with a final number for the truck. So let's look at some other competitors, right? We ran the Ford F-350 last year, dually, with the same weight, and that ran the hill in 9 minutes 44 seconds with 2.7 mpg.
Yeah, right now our average is 3.2 mpg by the
We're at
computer.
3.2, so we're a little bit better. Of course, we're not done yet, right?
Yeah, before we're down to 45 miles an hour.
And of course, the Gauntlet this is 8-mile stretch of I-70, right? We started in Dillon, about 9,000 feet of elevation,
It's
going to
actually
over 11,000, right?
Over
11, 13, yeah.
And this is a pretty steep climb. This is a pretty extreme.
It is. I mean, we've got the 410 rear end in this, so this is all equipped the way you'd want it for this kind of a trailer, this kind of a run.
Now, there's something that we need to mention, and that is that these conditions are a little bit on the slick side. We are being cautious about driving. And the reason why it's slick is that it's pretty warm right now, but at the same time we've had a recent snow, so there's a lot of melt that's on the highway, but fortunately, no ice.
Yeah, we try not to ever run a test on ice or snow because we, can't really go wide open throttle, and it's pretty dangerous. But we are running at 20% tongue weight.
Yeah, which
15 is the minimum, right?
Right, and I like that 20% tongue weight. If it is a little slick out, that helps you. You look at a semi, whatever they are, 40, 45% or whatever, and they can do pretty good speed on bad roads. And, I'm not saying we want to be anything like that, but I do think that at the higher end of the tongue weight helps traction. I think it helps drivability, but that's where we're at. So I'm all grins right now.
it's not, I mean, I'm talking to you guys from the back seat, and it's not very loud. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we're coming up.
We're coming up. I'm gonna get the timer.
Oh, we didn't do the sound
Timer ready. So the time last year on the Ram Dually was 10 minutes and 9 seconds. And we're coming up to the lights, right?
That's correct.
That's right. We're averaging about 3.1. We'll see what it is at the tunnel.
And we're gonna give you guys the final score right at the end of the episode. We're gonna get the time, the MPG, the downhill portion, and our subjective scores as well. So Nathan, tell me please when
Ready? And now.
Boom! Look at this. 9 minutes and 58 seconds. Can you get it to the camera? 9:58. So
What's
you
our
know
MPG
Our
count?
MPG is at 3, right on 3.
3-0.
3-0.
So guys, so basically we did, according to the computer, same MPG, 3-0,
Yep.
and we were 10 seconds faster, 11 seconds faster,
Really?
right?
Sounds about right.
So maybe, you know, the extra torque did help us, huh?
Probably at the lower elevation when we got into third gear and we were able to go maximum torque with wide open throttle before we really hit the incline, we may have been a little faster down there.
All right, now how did the Ram 3500 Dually do? Let's give them our scores. So we had 25 maximum points for our subjective parts. Nathan, can you start?
I gave it 21 points, and the reason why is it did really well, which is why I gave it 21. But going downhill, I really wish exhaust braking would kick in a little bit sooner, and I felt that the price was just a little high.
Yeah, I did the same score, 21. I felt the same way. Downhill, I was a little disappointed the exhaust brake didn't do a little better than it did. Uphill, I was impressed with it. The air ride was impressive. I think it's a great towing truck.
My score was actually a little bit higher, 23 points. On the downhill from my seat, the truck felt in control. I felt like you were controlling the speed well. It did have 7 brake applications. And on the uphill, it did 11 seconds better than last year's truck. So I was very confident. I gave it a high score.
Now, altogether, what does this score come out to?
We can give it a 51 out of 100 points if you consider the downhill portion with the braking and the MPG and the time.
So this is our very first heavy-duty vehicle, and as such, you really can't compare it to anything else. So 51 points is a starting point for other vehicles in this class for this year.
Exactly, and we're gonna give awards in each class, mid-size, light-duty, and heavy-duty.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for the Fast Lane Truck.
This is Andre.
Kent with MrTruck.com.
And this is Nathan Adlin. Don't forget to go to TFLtruck.com for news, views, and real-world reviews. And what else?
Gold Hitch and Night Gauntlet,
Oh,
right?
yes, yes. In the snow.
In the snow and everything else, and MPG.
It's a relay. It's TFL. It's 0927. And again, we're using Logan Coach. This is our test trailer. And we have the Anderson weight distributing hitch. Now, this being a half ton, the one thing I make sure I do on these is tighten the weight distributing hitch up. No matter what brand it would be, you want that control. It's a little different than what a 3/4 ton does for you. So we did that, and this truck is amazing how little it's squatted.